Hey, what's going on, guys? Andrew here from Skidmore Fitness, back with another video. Thanks for checking out the channel. Today is a very, very important day. Today I'm actually getting a DEXA scan for the first time ever in my entire life. You might be wondering, if you have never heard of what a DEXA scan is. I forget what it stands for, but it's essentially an x-ray. It's a full body scan, and one of the most accurate ways to get your body composition tested. We're talking about things like lean body mass, body fat, like your subcutaneous fat and your visceral fat, your bone density, and a good idea of the muscle within your body, where it's composed, where your fat is composed. Do you hold fat more in your chest, in your waist, your hips, your belly, etc.? So a DEXA scan is a really, really great way to get that tested and figured out. So me and my buddy, we are on our way into Washington, D.C. right now, because that is where we're going. We're going to a place called Composition I.D. So why am I getting a DEXA scan? Well, for those of you who have been following my videos, you know that I've been in a fat loss phase for over 4 months now, which is definitely a long time. But I have lost over 20 pounds thus far, which I'm really happy about. And I just want to see where I am at physically and body compositionally wise, because very, very, very soon we are going to be going into a lean muscle gaining phase for quite a long time, and I'm very excited for that. So anyway, stay tuned and we will see you at the DEXA scan.
This is a good starting point. All right, so your head's down there, feet gonna be down here. Just go ahead and lay down on your back. Try to center yourself along this middle line. Cool. All right, looks good. And then just take your hands to your hips like that. Of your total mass, 27.5 is coming from fat, 119.8 is coming from lean, and then bone mineral content is 8.3 of your total. So this is now going to be fat distribution. So arms, legs, trunk, android, gynoid, and we're going to break out, each section in a percent. So very lean. The leanest part is going to be in that area where people have the most trouble losing weight, so that's good.
So I have the least amount of fat on my
in your abdominal region,
in my abs. That's kind of cool.
This number right here is going to be visceral adipose tissue. So this is fat that's carried around the organs. So you got intestines, liver, kidneys, all that. Fat develops there as well. This is where you're at. So that's where you're going to want to be. That's where you're going to want to stay.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
cool.
There's
no essential fats in this region. So the number you want to be at is 0.
Sweet.
So
that's good.
Yep. Here's your bone density. So you scored 1.60 right here for total. Typically people are falling around 1.2 and 1.1. So you're about 4 standard deviations above where this is, typically how bone decays over time. Yours is gonna look more like that. So
I'm like,
you're very,
very, very good.
Yeah, the higher the better for bone density.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah.
Gotta like you gotta get your nutrients in.
Yeah.
Bones. Hey guys, so it is the day after, and I really just wanted to wait like a full day before making the second half of this video to just kind of talk about like my thoughts on getting my DEXA scan yesterday, and really just like my thoughts in general about the whole process, and most importantly my results. So I'm gonna be completely honest and truthful and say that I was very, very surprised on my results because, you know, granted, this is the first time I've ever had a DEXA scan before. In the past, I've always compared myself to stuff that I've seen online, or taken body measurements using calipers and doing like a skin fold kind of thing. And I know that was always, you know, inaccurate, considerably inaccurate, depending on, you know, how well you do it. So I thought that I was closer to 10% body fat, and I'm not, and that's the harsh reality of it. And you know, it's very interesting to me because it really solidifies the fact that so many people think they are lean, or you know, 10% body fat or 15% body fat, and they're not. Now, some people have gone and gotten DEXA scans and their body fat does come back where it's like 10% or sub 10% body fat in the single digits, and they look fantastic. So on the flip side of all of this, I'm not surprised because I am lean and I have my photo shoot on Saturday, and I will do a video on that. I'm going to be vlogging it. I'm going to be showing the results from the photo shoot, and I am confident that you will see that and say, yes, I am lean. Again, it just goes back to, you know, I'm just not as lean as I thought. And here is why that is okay. Because at the end of the day, I still lost over 20 pounds. I took my body mass and decreased it by around 15%. I started around 173, 174, and as of this morning, I was just under 152 pounds. So it's over 20 pounds. Now, I know not all of that is fat. We're talking about some water weight, little tiny bit of muscle mass, and of course fat, but you know, I still lost fat. I decreased my body fat percentage regardless of where I actually started, and that makes me feel good. And I would much rather know the truth of where I am body fat wise and body compositionally than walking around thinking something that's not true, because that could totally come back to bite me in the ass. And now that I do know, now that I have that data, I can be more accurate in terms of calculating things like my caloric needs, just overall future body composition changes in the future when it comes to building muscle and losing fat. If I can lose 20 pounds, you know, if I look decent at 17.5% body fat, imagine what I can look like when I put on 20 pounds of muscle mass and then get down to 10% body fat. So it's interesting because you can always just keep striving to be the best version of yourself, and it's motivating to see what I did accomplish and just how far I have left to go. Like, I really think that I'm just getting started with my physique, which you know, it's supposed to be a journey, right? So you got to enjoy the journey. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. The harsh truth is that I wasn't as lean as I thought, and that's about it. And as you saw earlier on in the video, I just put little snippets of the little consultation after I got my DEXA scan, talking about like some of the numbers and what they mean. Some really great things are that my visceral fat, I don't have any. It came to like 0.12 inches cubed, which on the pounds it was 0. Like, I have 0%, 0 pounds of visceral fat surrounding my organs, which is awesome. And that's good, because you don't want visceral fat around your organs. That's the fat that's like kind of form on your organs. It'll shroud your organs, and the less visceral fat you have, the better. The best is having none. The subcutaneous fat, that's the fat that's underneath your skin. That's the fat that will typically cover, your six-pack abs or your arms or wherever. And also, something I'm very happy about is my bone density. My bone density was, almost off the charts, and was 4 deviations higher than the average for my age, which makes me feel really good, because I make it a top priority to get quality nutrients in my body, eating nutritious foods, taking care of myself, and it's good to see that, at least coming from a bone structural skeletal perspective, I am doing that well. I have very strong bones, they're dense, and decaying bones is not something that looks to be in my future anytime soon. So that makes me feel very good. All this to say is that I was disappointed only because I was surprised, because I was hoping that I'd be a little bit leaner. But I'm humble, I'm grateful for what I have accomplished. I still have a little bit time left of my my fat loss phase, so again, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I did a photo shoot last April. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a little, a card on screen now, so you could go check that out, and then you'll be able to actually, compare where I was then to where I am now, because I'm 10 pounds lighter than I was at the last photo shoot. So it'll be interesting to see, the before and after, and just for the future, because after this, I'm going to be gaining some serious muscle mass and taking you guys through it. So I don't want to keep rambling on anymore. I do want to thank, Composition I.D for taking care of me and getting my DEXA scan, and being really awesome guys that did it. So thank you to that. Changes are coming. I hope to accomplish, I will accomplish greatness. I'm gonna do it. Just wait and see. And I hope that I can inspire you with whatever your fitness goals are. I just hope that you can see me as a source of inspiration and motivation to get you where you want to be. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.